What's up? What's up? Welcome back to Talking to Myself. So, this episode is to get you to realize that when you're overthinking and you're seeking or you're trying to find certainty, that need for certainty, you're actually wanting safety, not so much the knowing. Because if you think about how you would feel when you're wanting certainty, there's a feeling of ease and peace of mind that you know what's coming, even if it's not good. Because if you think about your constant thinking or searching for what's going to happen next, how to show up for it, and when it's going to happen, what's going to happen, this trying to predict energy is to be aware of what is there to prevent. And once you get to see what matters more than anything is the energy behind everything that you're doing. What's the intention behind it? Because I got to feel myself going through this recently to where I feel so much has shifted, but I can feel a part of me that was trying to still figure out what's going to happen next. It's like I know everything is changing and going down the path of manifestation, but just feeling that there's the part of me that still is wanting to know what's going to happen in the next scene of my movie. But the thing is, I'm never going to know. Nobody's ever going to know. And even people that have the ability to predict, right? Psychics, mediums, tarot, whatever, it's still up for change. There's still the possibility of change through will. So it's just a possibility of all the infinite possibilities. So you're not really wanting to know what's going to happen next or if it's going to happen. You're just wanting to know what to do. And the idea of if you were to know what to do would allow you to feel a little safer. Because again, even if it's something that you don't want to happen, at least you know how to brace for it. At least you know how to maneuver it. And if you see ultimately what you're wanting is safety, then you're just wanting to be able to trust yourself so you can feel safe. And to be able to trust yourself, that you'll know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, that would allow you to be present. Because there's no other scene in the movie that's happening other than this scene right here, right now. This moment right here, right now. It doesn't matter if you try to predict it. Even if you hear a prediction, you're hearing it now. And if everything you heard about still can change. Right? Or you can hear that, like, yeah, this amazing thing is going to happen for you. And then you hear it, and it's like, okay, like when? It's been a day. It's been a week. It's been a month. Like, time is passing. It's like, I feel like something's good is happening. I feel like it's going to happen, but it still hasn't happened yet. It's like, okay, that in itself, everything serves a purpose. That in itself, that space between leaving your old life, going into the new one, that void, that liminal space, it serves a purpose. And that purpose is to highlight all the things that, I guess preventing is the best word. It's preventing you from fully stepping into the thing that you created. And there's a tempting thing, right? It's very enticing to settle for like the very next thing below what you really want. Say, I really want this, right? I really want this partner that's awesome in all these ways, but it's been some time and I'm tired of waiting. This person feels like they're pretty close. They got like 6 out of 10 or even 9 out of 10, but that one is very important to you. But it's like, yeah, but it's been so long. Let me get this. And it's really not about time. What it is that I got to find out for myself is seeing the ways that you're not fully calibrated to that thing. So it's like, let's say you're looking for a specific radio station that plays a very specific kind of music, but it's like in between 97.1 and 97.2. It's kind of like its own specific channel. And it might play like alternative rock. All right, let's use that for example. And you're trying to find it. You could kind of hear it. It's a little staticky. But then as you go to 97.2, It's rock. So I was like, it's close. It's not fully what I wanted, but it's close. The thing is, that's all that's on that channel, though. All that's on that channel is everything that's close to what you wanted, not fully what you wanted. And there could be a discomfort in that. And if you think about the times that you've always settled for less than what you wanted, you've known about it going into it. And that's where you hope that you can get it to meet its potential, which is actually your idea of its potential, whether that be a person, a job, a place, right? And then you'll start to see evidence that that's not going to happen, which sucks. That it just is what it is. That's what the thing is. That's what's on that channel. And maybe the purpose is to highlight where you have the tendency to settle. There's nothing wrong with what's on that channel, because for other people, that's exactly what they want. But it's not what you want. So the finding the specific channel can happen quick, because that's the thing that trips people up. It trips me up, right, from time to time, of like, okay, I feel everything, like what's taking so long? But in that space, it's what other way can you know what you're essentially blocking? It's such a heavy word. I don't really even like to use the word blocking, but like, what ways are you constricting the things that you're wanting, constricting the flow of what you're wanting to you? Because you're the one that's attracting it, right? Like attracts like, whether you like it or not. And even when you get something that's not fully what you want, that means you calibrate it to the thing that you don't fully want, right? Going back to the channels. So in seeing it that way, it's more of a fine-tuning in being in that liminal space. Because when you're there for long enough, all the stuff is going to come up. You could go into the void, into the liminal space of like, okay, yeah, I gotta wait, it's fine, that'll be cool. And then you reach, and if you think about all the stuff that you've created, right, in your life, the things that you wanted, and then it came in, it's been the same flow. Going into it, you're like, I'm excited, I know what I want, this is gonna be awesome. Then there's about like a, kind of like, I don't wanna say a halfway point, because it's not really time related, but just for sake of like a chart, so to speak, like a halfway point-ish, it's like, man, what is taking so long? What am I doing something wrong? What do I need to do that's right? What's the right thing to do? What am I messing up? Maybe if I do this better. And then like you start looking, you start seeking. And the thing is, just like that channel that has everything that you settled for, when you start seeking for what am I doing wrong, you just tune to that channel of, same way there's only rock on 97.2, on that channel of like, you're looking for the world of what am I doing wrong, you're going to find it. That's the channel you tune to. It's the way the mind works. The mind is an amplifier. The mind amplifies what's happening within you, what you're feeling, and then it amplifies the evidence of that around you. So this is the tuner for all the frequencies that you're surrounded by. This is going to be like more spiritual episode where I'm going to talk a lot more about energies and stuff, because it applies. So when you start to see, okay, being in that in-between space where you're like, man, what is going on? Is this even going to happen? And there are other possibilities that you see other people go through to where they give up. They give up thinking like it's never going to happen, because it can feel that way. But that's the purpose of the void. That's the purpose of the liminal space, that in-between space. It's to bring up all the possible things that you're using to constrict the flow of that thing to you. Because, again, if you reflect back on all the things that you have, towards the end of it, towards the end of the journey, right, from O to new, and the thing, right before the thing comes in, you notice you reach a point where you kind of just give up, right? It's kind of like, whatever. It happens, like it kind of is what it is. And that point is like you're just letting go of the constriction. And the constriction can be trying to figure it out, trying to find the certainty, trying to find the validation. It could be all those things or something else. And it's again, the purpose of that in-between space is to let you know what this is, what the constriction is, so you can let it go. And as you reach that point of just like letting go, right? Because there's two ways that the end point is. It's just letting it go completely. And then now that you're not searching for its absence or searching for because even looking for the validation to find out if you're going to get something you don't have, you're just reaffirming that you don't have the thing. So as you just let it go, it's kind of like, okay, then it pops and is there. And another way is just you let it go completely. Same thing, but with the energy of just knowing it's going to happen. But being okay with not knowing when, where, or how. You just know it's going to happen. And same two sensations of letting go, which brings the same outcome of now you get the thing, right? It's what I experienced with my car. My car, I have all black car, tinted out windows, chrome trim, rims. My favorite color is orange. And inside has orange lights, orange stitching. And when I was driving my older car before, like the muffler fell, I had to tie a shoestring to it, pull it through the door so it won't drag on the highway and just drive. That was towards the end. I didn't drive that the whole time like that. But I was thinking of like, okay, what kind of car would I like to drive? What kind of car do I want? And I wanted a new car, black. And I, again, was visualizing like black. I would like a touch of chrome, right? Because I like the contrast. I would like tinted windows, tinted out taillights. Again, and I was thinking, I love orange. I would love orange stitching and orange lights. And then the muffler fell, ended up having to get rid of the car. And I was like, okay, I got to get rid of the car. And my roommate at the time, who was also my teammate, got me to lease a car. And I leased a blue 2-door. I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, I like this. And then I went to trade that car in, and I traded it in for the car I have now. Black, chrome trim, rims, orange lights, orange stitching. And I didn't even realize it when I got it, by the way. It wasn't until a couple months after that, like, I'm driving, and I was thinking about what I was visualizing while driving my old car. Like, the thought just popped up. And then I looked, I was like, holy shit, orange lights. Like, it's orange lights on the inside, on the buttons, everything, orange lights. And then I looked at my seat in between my legs, and I saw orange stitching. I was like, no fucking way. And that's where I got to see, oh, okay. And I started to understand the process of it. The process is like, yes, you create what you want, but you don't have to do the whole affirmations and mantras and remind yourself of it. It's like, it's not the thing, it's the feeling of it. That's what you want to practice, but not to get the thing because you're just reaffirming that you don't have it, just because it just feels good to be in that energy, because you're more creating this new version of you, not the thing. And that's the thing that really gets people tripped up. And you're enjoying the feeling of how you feel, this new version of you that gets the car, that has the money, that has the partner, because your life feels so much better. That's how you're thinking about it without realizing it. Because your life is a reflection of you. Your life is an expression of you. So it's getting you to find ways to love your life more, which is also getting you to love yourself more. That's what you're doing. That's the entire game. Once you spot that, then, okay, you can create it, think about the things that you want, the feelings behind it, and then care more about the feelings. And, it's getting you to just stay on track, burp, come back. So, and it gets you to be able to let it go. Because again, the harping on it, you're just highlighting the fact that you don't really have it. So when you know something is yours, you're able to let it go. Or when you're able to trust that you don't know when, where, how, but you're going to get it anyway, you can let it go. And also, if you go the hard route, right? If you go down the hard route, think about every time you've always gone down the hard route. You reach the point where it's just like, you know what? Maybe I just won't get it. I got to continue living anyway. Like my life's just got to go on because I'm here. So whatever, I let it go. And that full release, that full energetic release, now that constriction is able to open up and you're able to flow towards the thing, or the thing flows towards you. So it's getting you to realize you're not really seeking certainty, right? You're seeking safety. And if you think about anything that allows you to feel safe, there's trust. Because let's say if there's something around you that doesn't make you feel safe, but you choose to keep it around you, are you going to really trust yourself? Are you going to trust yourself that you're making the right decisions? No. Like let's say you're with a friend and they have, I don't know, like a dog or a cat. They have a cat that goes crazy. It wows out. It scratches, bites, and you're like, hey, like, I can't relax around the cat. Okay, you just put the cat in the other room, or you come over, just don't bring the cat. But no matter what, they still bring the cat, even though they know that it doesn't allow you to feel safe and relax. Are you going to trust that person? Are you going to trust that person that you can hang out with them or like invite them anywhere? No. Because you know there's a lack of safety that comes with that person. So the certainty that we're looking for when we're in that in-between space is we're just trying to find safety. What allows you to feel safe is the ability to trust that you can let go, right? And yeah, you can trust in God, you can trust in the universe, whatever you like to call it. But you can also trust yourself. And the trust within yourself is knowing that you'll know what to do, when to do it, how to do it. Because when it comes to this moment, you know what to do. And the very next step, you know what to do. So again, moment by moment by moment, you know what to do. Like you're following a GPS, you know this current step. And then as the exit approaches, it'll tell you, exit coming up in half a mile. So step by step, you know what to do. It's in the prediction of like, okay, what am I going to do? Okay, I get off this exit, but what's going to happen like 5 more steps from there? You have no idea. Maybe traffic might appear and it'll reroute you to actually a faster route. You don't know. But when the time comes, you'll know. And you could trust that you'll know that because you've shown yourself time and time again. And another aspect that allows you to drop into safety, and essentially dropping into safety and trust brings you to the present moment. That's really what you're doing when you fully let go. Because when you're present for the choices presented in front of you. And then you could pick what feels right for you, which essentially is going to be tied to the feeling of what you created, right? It's a feeling of resonance. But when you're in your head and you're trying to seek for this certainty, you're not present for the choices in front of you, so you're on autopilot. And what's happening is you're kind of defaulting towards the same choice, which is essentially the pattern and essentially the path of the old life, that you're tired and you're over it. And it's because you're seeking this certainty and you're living life through your mind rather than being here and feeling the life that you're living. Because, yeah, you're driving the vehicle, but what you're feeling is essentially the directions, right? What you're feeling is the GPS itself. And you're just feeling for the resonance of where to go. And the third layer that allows you to do that, there's safety, there's trust, because safety allows you to relax and be able to let go. Trusting allows you to remain in that safe feeling energy, to sustain that safe feeling energy so you can remain present. And the last piece is love, unconditional love for yourself, that no matter what comes up, that you're going to love yourself no matter what. Even if you were to make a mistake, because there's really no such thing. Anytime if you think about you made a mistake or you've done something because you wish you would have known better, it was just a time that you overrode what you wanted to do or what you felt was right. Maybe because the other person sounded convincing, or maybe it was tied to a belief of maybe I should, again, like before, I should settle for this because maybe something else is not going to come. But feeling that it's not really what you're wanting. It's always when you ignore how you feel, ignore what you truly want, that's the mistake. But when you know that you can still love yourself even if worst case scenarios were to happen, right? Because that's really the fear behind it all. If I were to make this mistake and cost myself my creation, my manifestation, the thing that I'm wanting, if I'm the cost of that, man, I'm really not going to love myself that much. So can you love yourself if that were to happen, worst case scenario? And if you can say yes, now that part of you feels safe. And it doesn't have to be hypervigilant to figure out what ways to prevent a mistake, because you're not making your love conditional for yourself, which now you could stay present. And then now you're going down the path of the new, of what you're wanting. And it feels safe to let go because you know you're with you and you're good. So yeah, it's really just seeing you're not wanting to know everything. And what I'll land this all with is a perspective for you to play with. Let's say you're God, and before coming into this life, you were all that is, and you knew everything, right? If you see the likes of Abraham Hicks, Bashar, like it's this infinite wisdom, right? Which is available to you every time you listen to what you're wanting and listen to yourself. But again, you're all that is. Do you feel after a short period of time that will kind of be dissatisfying to know everything and really think about know everything? That means there's no surprises, right? That means you know the end of every joke. So there's not really like something to laugh at. You already know what the punchline is way before it even gets there. There's not really a point to really watching a movie because you know it's going to happen not only in just the next scene, all the way at the end. And you already know what happens in part 2 or 3. Before even watching any, you know everything. So, like, how satisfying would life be? It would kind of be a little boring after a while, like a short while. And I feel, right, it's an insight I got today. I feel that's why we came here and didn't remember anything, is you forget that you know everything, which in law of polarity, the opposite of that is like, now that's what the fear is about. The fear is about not knowing anything. The fear, now again, imposter syndrome, appearing like you don't know anything. So it's like, it's interesting that we're afraid of what we don't know because we forgot that we know everything. But that's only available to you in this moment. And it takes you listening to yourself and turning up the volume of you more and more and more, so then you'll know what to do, when to do it, how to do it. And it's something that's always available to you in the present moment. Present moment doesn't go away. So it's like air doesn't go away. It's available to you. It's only when you obstruct it, right? Like if somebody put a pillow over your mouth or something, that Now you're constricting the airflow. Or same thing if you're choking, you're constricting the airflow. Doesn't mean it's not available. You're just constricting it from being drawn to you or coming into you. Same exact thing with everything else. So don't you want to know the ways that you're constricting the things that you're wanting from flowing to you? And once you see it that way, it's like, okay, it's available. I don't really have to do much other than see why I'm constricting it. So I just let go of that constriction. And then you're chilling again. So that was good. I'm about to go to the gym. I'm wishing you an amazing day. If it's nighttime by you, I'm wishing you an amazing night. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and let me know what your thoughts are about all of this. I'm going to make my stuff way more deep. I've always been deep. We're going to go deep in the sense of like energy now. So I noticed there was a part of me that was hiding my spiritual gifts and hiding my spiritual side of like how woo I can be. I'm not going to go crazy woo. I'm not going to come with like, I have crystals here, but I'm not going to have 5,000 crystals. It's not that. I'm still going to be me, but yeah, I'm going to share a lot more of me. And I notice it just feels good to do that. And if you resonate with it, cool. I'll make it make sense. It makes sense for me. I'm a nice balance of practical and spiritual. I'm like Wu-Tang. Instead of woo-woo, Wu-Tang. But all right, I got to go to the gym. I'll catch you guys later.